This week on Charger Bulletin News, start of Indigenous Peoples Month, Study Abroad Spring 2023 updates, and Taylor Swift releases a new album and announces tour dates. Right here on Charger Bulletin News. Hello and welcome to the Charger Bulletin News. My name is Jada Maribel.
And I'm Shadar Funches. Let's jump into this week's stories.
This Tuesday was the beginning of Native American Heritage Month. To kick off the month, the Myatt Center for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion held an event recognizing the beginning of the month. At the beginning of the event, Jennifer Thorndike-Gonzalez, the Assistant Director of the Myatt Center, took time to acknowledge the history and effects of colonization on Indigenous communities across the world. Thorndike-Gonzalez said, quote, "During this month, the university wants to honor the people, the cultures, and the history of all Native American, Indigenous, and Aboriginal communities. They are and always have been an essential part of the Charger family. As the university continues to expand its efforts to acknowledge the importance of diversity, equity, inclusion, access, and belonging, we are committed to providing resources, establishing relations with local Indigenous communities, and embracing the historical reality of colonization and its devastating effects on Indigenous people in Connecticut and throughout the world." End quote. Angelina Caroli, a senior criminal justice major and member of the Mohegan Tribe of Connecticut, talked about the importance of acknowledging and supporting Indigenous communities and recognizing their culture and roots. Caroli read the Mohegan Vision Statement, and before handing over the podium to Destiny Ray, she said, quote, "This Native American Heritage Month and every other day of the year show support for Indigenous issues, educate yourself, and be an ally for Indigenous peoples." To close out the speeches for the event, Ray, a cybersecurity and networks major and member of the Eastern Pequot Tribal Nation, took the time to raise awareness of the missing and murdered Indigenous and Alaskan Native women and girls cases that remain unsolved, and called for an accurate representation of Indigenous history and the ongoing challenges Indigenous communities face. The Myatt Center will host more events throughout the month in recognition of Native American Heritage Month, including a to-be-scheduled flag raising. You can stay up to date with this month's events by following the Myatt Center on Instagram at UNewHaven_Myatt_MCD on Instagram or on Charger Connection.
If you're part of the group of students who are studying abroad for the spring 2023 semester, keep in mind of upcoming deadlines. On Friday, November 4th, visa applications are due for those who are taking advantage of the batch processing process. Make sure all paperwork and visa information is submitted to the Study Abroad office prior to Friday. Also due on Friday, the Office of Study Abroad sent out an email with a survey and information regarding the mandatory pre-departure meeting that will be held on November 11th. Make sure you submit a response to the survey prior to November 4th. The pre-departure meeting, again, will be held on November 11th at 3 p.m. in the Alumni Lounge, and it's mandatory for all planning to study abroad in the spring semester. If you are unable to attend, please inform the Office of Study Abroad via the survey sent out in the recent email. The meeting will be held by Prado Campus Dean Kevin Murphy and will provide all attendees with information and news of what to expect when studying abroad. The study abroad dates begin on January 11th and will last throughout the semester until May 11th. If you're unable to fill out the application prior to this semester's deadline, keep an eye out for the fall 2023 semester being released next semester. You can contact the Office of Study Abroad via email at studyabroad@newhaven.edu or in their office in Maxey Hall.
Now, let's go to Sadie with entertainment. What's new this week?
Thanks, guys. On the morning of November 1st, it was announced that a member of the trio rap group Migos was fatally shot in Houston, Texas. The 28-year-old rapper, Kershnik Curry-Ball, also known as Takeoff, was attending a private party being held at a billiards and bowling joint when the shooting took place. Many have posted their condolences on social media, and fans are in shock of his passing. The future of the music group is unclear at this time. Also on November 1st, Taylor Swift officially announced the dates and locations of her next stadium tour. After her Loverfest tour was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Swift has since released 3 brand new albums and 2 re-recordings. The new tour has been titled Taylor Swift The Eras Tour. Swift claims that this tour represents a journey through her musical career and the eras, past and present. With this being Swift's first tour since 2018, fans are worried about the price and possibility of getting tickets to the shows. The tour kicks off on March 18th, 2023, and tickets go on sale on November 18th. I'm Sadie Fraser-Reed, and that's all for entertainment. Now, on to Justin Coviello with Student Life.
Thank you, Sadie. This past Wednesday, November 2nd, the siblings of Alpha Phi Omega in collaboration with the Sisters of Zeta Phi Beta, hosted their second blood drive of the semester in the German Club. So hopefully you were able to make it. If you couldn't make it to this event, APO will be hosting another event for a good cause next Wednesday, November 9th. Construct a team of 4 and meet in the Bixler-Gerber Quad from 2 to 4 p.m. for a sandwich making relay to see who can make the most PB&J or Nutella and honey sandwiches, all of which will be donated to a local food bank. For any questions, email their organization at apo@newhaven.edu or check out their page on Charger Connection. Also happening on Wednesday, November 9th, is USGA's Self-Care Fair, happening in the Alumni Lounge from 3 to 6 p.m. Come learn about all the ways that you can take care of yourself in your daily life, whether that be physically, mentally, and spiritually, and take part in giveaways that they will be hosting. For any inquiries, feel free to email USGA President Sania Brittany at usgapresident@newhaven.edu. Hope to see you there. And now to sports with Lindsay. What happened this week in Charger Athletics?
This week, we're kicking things off with women's volleyball. Charging in with a sweep over the Greyhounds in their final home game of the year, Macy Brown led the pack with 12 kills and 3 aces. Emily Berry led us in blocks with 3. Women's field hockey struck again against Adelphi, winning in a shootout. Abby Nixon and Sophia Rue both scored while trailing in the first quarter. Sophia picked up her first goal of the season, and freshman Erin Smith ended it all in the shootout. After a career-tying performance in the shootout against Adelphi, Kira Integlia, our graduate goalkeeper, has earned the NE10's Goalkeeper of the Week. Moving on to football, the Chargers fall to Assumption in a 14-13 battle. Perhaps if the Chargers were able to squeeze in one more play, they could have come out on top. Unfortunately, since the Greyhounds have played one more game, Assumption currently holds the advantage in the NE10. That's all for this week's in sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
This semester, the Entrepreneurship Club hosted a pitch competition for the chance to win money to fund their projects. Working closely with the Pompeia College of Business, the club held 2 workshops leading up to the final competition happening next week. The event takes place at the Orange Campus Atrium starting at 5 p.m. on Thursday, November 10th, and is scheduled to run from 5 to 7 p.m., with 5 different teams showing off their presentations, along with a few other speeches and winner announcements. The first place winner wins $6,000 and the second place winner receives $4,000, making it a grand total of $10,000 up for grabs. For questions, contact the club at entr@newhaven.edu and follow them on Instagram at UNH_ENTRE Club.
Interested in exploring a new perspective or embracing other ideals and beliefs? Check out the brand new Student Pagan Educating, Leading, and Learning Club, or SPELL Club for short. The club is based around giving a community to all those who follow the various pagan faiths and cultures. The SPELL Club is open to all people interested in the pagan faiths, whether you're already subscribed to these beliefs or have a general interest in learning more. The club will be hosting events, rituals, and presentations during their meetings. A general interest meeting will be held in the Meditation Center on Monday, November 7th at 8:30 p.m.
That's all the time we have this week.
You can check out the latest Charger Bulletin newspaper on chargerbulletin.com or in the newsstands around campus.
Stay up to date by following us on social media at Charger Bulletin.
Check out our link tree for access to our podcast, Behind the Bulletin.
Until next week, I'm Jada Maribel.
And I'm Sidara Funches. Stay safe, and thanks for watching.